when the punishment begins before the verdict. The American criminal justice system is founded upon principles that sound both simple and noble. A person is presumed innocent, government power is limited by law, an accused person has the right to counsel, unreasonable searches are forbidden, and no person may be deprived of liberty or property without due process. Yet, the lived experience of the system can be radically different. For many people, the most destructive punishment does not begin with a conviction. It begins with the flashing blue lights in the rearview mirror. A driver may be traveling to work, returning home, transporting medication, or conducting ordinary business when an encounter begins over a traffic violation, a damaged light, an expired registration, or an officer's suspicion. Within minutes, the driver may be standing beside the road, handcuffed, searched, questioned, and taken to jail. The vehicle may be towed. The driver may not have money to retrieve it. Storage fees accumulate every day. The person may miss work and be fired. Rent goes unpaid. Children are left without transportation. Medication may be unavailable in jail. A frightened family may spend its savings on a bondsman or attorney. None of this requires a conviction. A charge alone can begin dismantling a life. Georgia provides a particularly important setting for examining these problems. In 2024, Georgia expanded mandatory cash bail requirements to 30 additional offenses, including numerous misdemeanors. A constitutional challenge filed in 2025 argued that the law can detain people who present little danger simply because they cannot afford their release. Supporters contend that stronger bail requirements promote accountability in court appearances. Critics argue that they punish poverty and destabilize employment, housing, and families before guilt has been established. Hall County contains the same institutions found throughout the country: municipal and state courts, a county jail, prosecutors, public defenders, bondsmen, probation officers, treatment providers, towing companies, and agencies responsible for collecting fines and fees. Hall County operates an indigent defense system and a misdemeanor probation office that accepts payments from people under supervision. These services are lawful parts of county government, but their presence also illustrates how an arrest can place a person into a complicated network of obligations, appointments, payments, and deadlines. This book will not argue that every police officer is corrupt, that every arrest is false, or that every defendant is innocent. Society needs lawful methods of responding to violence, exploitation, theft, abuse, and dangerous conduct. Victims deserve protection, recognition, restitution, and justice. But public safety and constitutional liberty are not opposing ideas. A system becomes unjust when it treats accusation as guilt, poverty as defiance, addiction as moral failure, homelessness as criminal intent, and administrative mistakes as proof that a person refuses to comply. It becomes especially dangerous when every stage of the process creates another financial interest. There may be money for the towing company, the bondsman, the jail contractor, the telephone provider, the electronic monitoring company, the probation provider, the drug testing laboratory, the court, and the collection agency. Each charge may be authorized by law and justified as necessary. Taken together, however, they can form a machinery that consumes nearly every resource available to an accused person. Private incarceration adds another layer of concern. Prison contracts containing minimum occupancy or guaranteed payment provisions have existed in the United States. Such clauses do not necessarily order police or judges to arrest particular people, but they can require governments to pay for a contracted percentage of prison beds, whether those beds are occupied or not. That arrangement creates a structural financial incentive incompatible with the goal of reducing unnecessary incarceration. The Federal Bureau of Prisons announced in 2022 that it had ended its use of privately owned prisons for Federal Bureau of Prisons inmates. That did not eliminate privately operated state facilities, local detention contracts, immigration detention, private probation, or the extensive commercial network surrounding incarceration. This book will examine that network carefully. It will also confront claims that circulate outside conventional legal scholarship, including allegations that birth certificates create secret financial instruments, that criminal defendants are traded as securities, or that judges receive payments from hidden accounts attached to defendants' legal identities. These ideas are commonly associated with strawman and sovereign citizen theories. No credible evidence presently establishes that ordinary American birth certificates create personal bonds used to pay judges for convictions. Rather than ridicule those who encounter these theories, this book will investigate why such claims become believable to people who already feel that courts speak an inaccessible language and treat human lives as account numbers. There is a legitimate truth beneath some of this suspicion. The justice system does assign numbers, collect money, issue bonds, enforce debts, contract with private companies, and place economic values on detention services. The existence of those real financial systems, however, does not prove every broader theory built around them. Our task will be to separate documented injustice from speculation. That distinction matters because the verified problems are serious enough. They include wrongful arrests, mistaken identity, unreliable informants, untested substances, coerced confessions, excessive bail, inadequate defense, prolonged pretrial detention, vehicle impoundment, civil forfeiture, unaffordable fines, probation revocation, employment discrimination, homelessness, and the long-term effects of a criminal record. This book asks a central question: does the American criminal justice system consistently deliver justice, or has it developed mechanisms that can transform a temporary encounter with police into a permanent condition of poverty, surveillance, and exclusion? The answer will not be simple, but it must be pursued. Global Robotics Corporation, Robert Colee,